My name is Rico, the Dungeon Master for Season 3, the restoration of the 12 Olympians. This season, we'll find our heroes traveling back to the lands of Eris and Enyo within Harmonia as they adventure through and see what they have accomplished and completed by restoring the 3 fabled relics, the Sickle of Kronos, the Golden Apple of Discord, and the Robe and Necklace of Harmonia. We'll start with Deborah.
I am Deborah, and I am playing a human rogue named Neith. Her name is Neith.
And I'm Matt, playing a dragonborn monk named Ari Futan.
And I'm Daphne, and I play Gilcyra Venfire, who is a halfling druid.
I'm Jenna. I am a cleric elf, and my name is Lix Balzator.
And my name is Rico. I am the Dungeon Master for Season 3 of the campaign. Are you guys ready to get this wagon train started?
Yes.
All right. Who would like to fight midnight. First? I'll let you guys decide who wants to go into their semifinals fight first. Does it want to be Gilcyra or does it want to be Ari?
Ready? 1, 2.
Wait, what?
Wait,
no,
ready?
start over. I wasn't.
Okay, ready? 1.
Is it on
What?
3?
On 3.
On
But wait,
three,
we need
okay.
to decide, does the winner...
No. 3 and then shoot.
But-
3 and then shoot.
So
3 and
after
then
3.
shoot.
So
Okay.
Are you
1,
ready?
2, 3, shoot.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
All right.
Ari
So
goes
Matt
first.
chooses. If he wants
Yeah, I'll
to
go first. That's fine.
There you go.
Awesome.
Why'd y'all leave?
Why was
Because
that
I'm
so
gonna
hard?
die.
I mean, that would make sense, too, because I was the last
I'm
person
gonna
who
die,
fought, so.
Yep.
baby.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys
When
have...
you killed Theobald.
I didn't kill Theobald.
You killed Theobald.
She did.
So you guys have healed up
I'm gonna
since
change
your last fight. The ground has been repaired from the golems that were summoned.
Oh, that ground's looking fresh as fuck.
Yep. The cobblestone was replaced. The sand has been leveled out. And there are loud trumpets from outside of the arena. And then there is a loud voice. Sounds like it could be over an intercom system, but intercom systems don't exist.
Oh, hell yeah, there's an intercom system.
So, no, it's Eris addressing the crowd, letting them know that it is now time for the semifinals of singles combat. The winners of the next match will go on to the finals, and in the finals match, you will have your singles combat champions.
You're going to kill me.
So the crowd applauds, all of the gods applaud. You can hear Martel from across the arena applaud.
Yeah.
People around you applaud. And then your name appears on the wooden board. It burns across Ari Futan.
Ari!
Hey, that's me!
And then the gate opens up.
I walk through the gate, just pumping my fists in the air, not in the ground,
USA.
for the record.
And the crowd cheers for you. They start chanting your name. There are flowers and roses that are thrown at your feet as you're walking by. People are extremely excited for your match. You can hear Martel cheering for you from the other side of the arena because the Dragonborn are just a little bit louder than the rest. So you hear Martel and the 5 or 6 other Dragonborn throughout the arena. Their voices just stand out. You see some Dragonborn using their breath weapon, giving you like some sort of pyrotechnic as you enter into the arena. You see cones of cold. You see cones of lightning that are just going up straight into the air. And then they arc across the arena as the conflicting elements clash and swirl and dissipate above the arena.
Chemical Brothers. Friggin'
The sun is beginning to set, so it's getting a little bit darker now. It's kind of twilight time, so the sun hasn't set all the way. There are some shadows, but it's not full on dark, in case you need that for any of your Way of the Shadow tricks.
I mean, probably.
And you make it to the center of the arena, I presume, if you would like.
Yeah, I do that, because I'm awesome.
And as you make it to the center of the arena, there is a large white flash of lightning outside from the other end of the arena. As the large white flash of lightning hits the ground, there is a large thunderclap. And up from the ground outside of the arena, there is a giant, massive white dragon that shoots up into the sky. It spreads its massive wings into the air and exhales a large bolt of lightning. You are absolutely familiar with who this is. This is the manifestation of Bahamut.
Yeah.
The lightning ripples across the sky, and then up from the ramp walks your good old buddy Pan Halcyon.
Holy shit, Pan!
He is in full plate mail. It is the exact same plate mail he had that was given to him so many
Eons ago.
He has the helmet on. The helmet is down. The rubies are brilliant. They're glowing in the twilight as the sun strikes upon them. He has his warhammer in one hand. He has Adani's shield, the old round wooden shield.
Nice.
He hasn't changed shields because the shield is absolutely special to him. There's been nothing done to it. It's just a round wooden shield
You're about to
outlined
die.
in steel. And you do see a glowing white light escaping from the visor. You can only presume it's his brand that's glowing and radiating with radiant energy.
Radiant energy.
And he walks out and he walks towards you and goes to embrace you.
I hug him.
And he hugs back.
Say, hey, buddy, are you here to watch my fight?
I am here to watch your fight.
Excellent.
Are you ready to give him a good show?
Yes. How have you been?
Really, really well.
Awesome.
Beyond the Mist has gotten considerably better. There are Bahamut paladins all across the realm.
Hey, real quick, check this out. Look up in the stands over there. That's Electo. Or that's Electo over there. That girl we saved from those weird, crazy Dragonborn. She was being held prisoner and shit. I know it was a long time ago.
He has only seen her in her fury form.
Oh. Hey, Electo. It's Pan.
And then she's going to look over, and she's going to squeal with delight. She's actually going to fly out of the stands and land on your right side, still in her fury form. And she's going to say, Pan, it is so nice to see you again. And then Pan's going to say, what in the hell are you?
This is Electo, the girl we saved.
The farm girl?
Yeah.
And
Turns
then
out she's a Fury.
she drops fury form and goes into her farm girl guys. The crowd gasps as they watch her shapeshift from
Is this
fury
part of the
form
show?
Yes.
into farm girl form. Oh, wait, this is her?
Yeah.
And then Pan's going to walk around you and her. His armor's going to clink as he walks in the sand. He's going to leave pretty deep depressions into the sand because he's in full plate. Wow, it has been ages. How have you been? Pan asks Electo. And then she says, it's been fantastic. Ari has been everything that I had wanted and more.
Yeah.
And then Pan's going to stop and look at you and he's going to be like, oh.
I'm going to turn a darker shade of red.
And he's going to look you up and down. And he's going to wink. You're not going to be able to see. Actually, yes, you will be able to. The light from the visor dims for just a moment before it shines again through the visor. Yeah. Pan winked at you.
Nice.
Because he understands. And then he looks at Electo and he says, so he's been taking care of you? And she says, quite well.
Yeah.
And this is your first affirmation that you've been laying really good pipe.
Nice.
And
I'm feeling confidence.
Yeah. Pan
swelling
says,
from within.
I expected nothing less. I guess a little bit of me rubbed off on him. Because he
Not enough.
was insatiable and desired carnal pleasures. That was his flaw. So he's all about laying pipe.
Yeah.
And he bows to Electo reverently and deeply, being noble and a paladin, and reaches out for her hand. She goes to shake his hand, and he touches her hand on the nose of his Bahamut-like helmet, symbolically kissing her hand before he gives her hand back to you. And then if you would like, you can reach and take her hand or not.
Yeah, I'll take her hand.
Okay, good deal. Once you do, Pan, let's go. And he says, it's so great to see you guys again. I have missed you immeasurably.
Likewise, buddy.
And then she kisses you on the cheek and gives you a nice big warm hug.
Oh, yeah.
And then she shifts back into her fury form. The crowd gasps again and applauds raucously. Raucously?
Yeah, raucous.
Raucously. And she flies back into the stands. Flies back into the stands.
I say, yeah, she's pretty awesome.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
We saved that girl.
Yeah.
What happened?
She's a fury. Her dad's Kronos. It's this whole thing.
I mean, what happened after we returned the relics?
Oh, this whole land is like happy now. Like, you know, it was sad and now it's happy.
It got better?
Yeah, everything's great now and like everybody's happier.
How's magic here?
Magic's awesome now. There's no weird
That's going to be bad news for you.
dumb sinkholes. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But you know, I learned, you know, some spells called Kill Pan and Pan dies. So, you know, watch out.
You learned magic?
No.
Oh, I was worried there for a second. I thought you legitimately learned magic.
You know, yeah, and let's not count me out. I'm trying to get this weird wizard to teach me.
Martel is awesome.
Yeah, he's pretty fun. We helped him recently. We killed one of those dumb dragonborns that we were just talking about.
The ones that tried to sacrifice me?
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
killed one?
Yeah, we killed one, and we're gonna go get the other one at some point for
Where are they
sure.
at? Where's he at?
What was it?
Casonus.
Casonus. Motherfucker's
Really?
in Casonus right now. Yeah. But Martel's going to go after him, and I think we're going to
And then Pan reaches into his pack and fumbles around a little bit. He fumbles around for what seems an incredibly long time. You are familiar with what the inside of this pack looks like. It's just a big, dark, deep shadow. It's a bag of holding.
Nice.
And he fumbles around and he fumbles around and he fumbles around and he, you hear him say it echoes out of his helmet, ha, ha. And he pulls out looks like probably half of a tooth. You know exactly what kind of tooth this is. You have a mouth full of them. And he gives it to you.
Okay.
And he says, when you go after that guy, call to Bahamut with this tooth and I'll join you.
Excellent.
Hands it
Yes.
to you.
I take it.
That
Put
is
it in my
that is half
cloak
of a tooth
pocket.
of Bahamut.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
It
will-
has at least one more use. That's how I got here the first time. It was a full tooth. It is now half a tooth.
Excellent.
So next time you go after him, just call the Bahamut and I'll be here.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And Pan hugs you again.
I hug back.
And then he says, are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
As I'll
And
ever be.
he backs up from you and he pulls his warhammer off of his side. And his warhammer looks a little bit different. And by looks a little bit different, I mean you can see the radiant energy emanating off of the warhammer. He hasn't cast any spells. You haven't seen him pray. You haven't heard him do anything. But it just seems like he's naturally exuding radiant energy. While you were with him and while you guys were embraced, you felt more courageous
Oh, yeah.
because of aura of courage.
Yeah, and then I got a nice little peck on the cheek, you know. Also good.
You felt a little more protected from his aura of protection. You felt a little bit warmer. It seems like just being in his presence while you guys were bonding bolstered you a little bit.
Nice.
But as he backs up away from you, those feelings begin to subside.
Oh, and I get depressed.
Pan still is exuding those auras, but you aren't benefiting from them. It seems like at this point in time, he has marked you as not an ally.
Cool.
So you will not benefit from any of Pan's two auras, because he just naturally exudes auras being a paladin of his level, aura of courage and aura of protection. And if you remember, you know Pan can hit pretty hard, and he can hit more than once. You've seen it.
All right. So there's shadows nearby? I want to jump into a shadow.
There are no shadows in the center of the ring, but you can see
Yeah, I'm gonna
shadows
get back.
from the sun setting that are going across the arena. Yeah, there are some by the walls.
Okay. I'm going to get to the shadows.
Sweet.
I'm gonna do-
He's not going to stop you. You hear him praying.
Oh, fuck.
His
Okay.
eyes are closed and his hands are close as they can be, and you hear Pan praying.
Is he near a shadow?
No,
Okay.
he's in the center of the arena.
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and charge him then because that praying shit's got to stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you charge him.
And give him a good old punchy punch with stunning strike. Spinning one of them left keys.
So you punch him with a stunning strike. The praying does not stop, but you have successful. How many punches did you hit him with?
I'm going to hit him with punch, another one, extra attack, and let's do flurry of blows. What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 5 punches. Might as well. Flurry of blows is, I think.
How many punches? 5 punches?
Yeah, give 5 punches.
5 times 8 is 40. And then 5 times 6 is another 30. So that's 70. And we're going to have that. So 35. And he's stunned.
Nice.
The praying has not stopped.
Okay, then I guess I'll take my next turn then. Punch him 5 more times.
No stunning strike this time?
Nah.
So the same? Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, for what it's worth, you've now knocked him down to 123.
Oh, hell yeah. Still healthier than meat.
And Pan is no
not
longer
by as
stunned,
much.
correct?
Correct. I was ready to just kill me. It'd be great.
So,
It'd be
as
hard for you to
Pan
not
has
kill me.
finished praying, you see a brilliant, radiant flash of white energy around him.
Ah!
And it's not blinding, but he goes to swing his warhammer at you at a pace that you have not seen him move before.
Super slow.
No. He is moving as fast as you and the monk guild leader were moving.
Jesus.
He cast haste on himself. So his movement speed is doubled. He gets an extra attack action, and he is hastened. So
Was that
Pan
the
has
praying?
prepared himself. That was that haste. It was an action. He was praying, then he got stunned. He couldn't take any additional action, so he's only able to cast haste. So he's going to hit you with his warhammer.
Sweet. I'm going to yell out, haste makes waste.
So you are going to take 1d8 plus 1d8. Pan is going to burn a level 3 spell slot for Divine Smite for another 5d8.
Hell yeah.
So we're at 5, 6, 7.
Watch him accidentally kill me
D8.
immediately.
What's 7 times 8?
Like
56.
56 or so. 56-ish.
Or so.
At least 50.
Give or take 20.
So 56.
If you're
So
Morty.
he's going to connect on your shoulder. He's not going for your head. He's being honorable. So he's going to hit you. We'll do total damage after his attack, his extra attack,
Hell yeah.
his haste attack, and his bonus action.
I got a plan.
So
It's to die.
So
that was 103 hit points.
as well, all damage
of
is going to
that.
be halved. All damage is going to be halved. You're just going to assume everything hits. It's going to be the max amount of damage, but we're going to have it. So as he hits you, you feel radiant energy shoot into your body at such intensity that it seems to burst out of your other shoulder. So there is a large beam of radiant energy that escapes your shoulder and hits the wall, which then singes into the wall. There's just a singe mark into the wall as radiant energy escapes you. And as a bonus action, he's going to cast Staggering Smite,
Hell yeah. Hit me with that stagger smite.
which is going to do an additional 4d6.
Oh, hell yeah. 46 damage.
6 damage.
4d6, yeah.
Yeah, 46. That's what I said.
That's all it's going to do.
Hell yeah.
Another 4d6 damage to you. And then he's going to take his extra attack to do another 2d8. So we're up to 5, 6, 7, 98, and 46. And then he's going to take his haste action to hit you again for another 2d8. 1d8 from the Warhammer and 1d8 radiant damage. It's just automatic because he's a high-level paladin. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11d8, and 4d6.
11D is not a number.
11d8.
Yeah, no, 11D8.
So that's 88 plus 24 is 112. 122, halved,
That was quick.
61 damage.
Did he just kill you with one blow?
No, he's perfectly fine. And then he's going to roar at you, as Pan often does when he lays a good hit on somebody. And you can feel the intimidation coming off of him. And he is going to stand right there in front of you, waiting for you to hit him back.
All right.
After he roars at you. In fact, he lunges forward, he puts his shield and his warhammer to the side and just roars at you.
All right, well, I'll fucking punch him right in the chest with a big old fucking strong-ass punch, bitch. And then, I'll punch him again. And then, get my extra attack and I'll punch him again right in the fucking chest. I'm pounding it, I know.
You can feel his armor
Ran
start
into
to
him.
dent from the weight of your blows.
Cool.
Every time you hit him, there is a flash of ki that escapes from your fist
Oh, yeah.
and sparks off of his armor.
And these
You can-
badass gloves.
Yeah, you can see the sparks reflect in the ruby crystals of the eyes of his helmet.
That's cool.
And you can feel his armor caving in with each hit.
So I hit him with 5 hits there for my turn. And then I die.
That really is your plan, isn't it?
Fuck yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's a choice right now.
So, what's that?
He's not
He's
dealing
down to 83.
60 damage.
He can
a
only
time.
maybe survive 2 more attacks
You
like
can
that.
only survive one more.
He can totally survive. No.
So I play him. Wait for it.
So Pan is going to stagger backwards and look down at his armor. And he's going to, if you could see his face, he would be grinning at you. And he's going to rush in at you at the speed that you've only seen from the monk guild leader.
They got Russians in this land?
Hell yeah.
Rush in.
Russian.
Rushin. Rush in.
Russians. Fucking Soviets.
And he's going to swing at you again with his warhammer. This time he's going for your midsection ribcage.
Yeah.
And he's going to hit for 2d8.
28.
He's going to burn another spell for Divine Smite. So we're up to 78.
78. Feeling good about 78 damage.
And then he's going to take his extra attack to follow up with his fist and shield into the other side of your ribcage, which is going to be a d4 plus a d8. So we're up to 8d8 plus a d4.
You're going to hurt tomorrow morning. Shit.
And then with his haste attack, he's just going to try and headbutt you,
Oh, yeah.
but he's going to miss.
Oof.
So 64, 68 for 34 damage.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 103. Or 0 to 103.
I'm going to, rush in, and this time I'm going to switch it up and give him a big old fucking kick
Ooh, there
right
you
into
go.
the chest, and then follow that up with a punch to that fucking helmet. Try to concuss his ass because I'm dead. I'm doing this from the grave, baby. Then my extra attack will give him another kick. Try to send him flying, but chase after him with my awesomeness and give him a punch and another punch. So another 5 punches.
Pippity punch.
So you run up to him and you jump into the air with a front kick straight to his chest.
Boom, baby.
That begins to stagger him backwards.
Eat lead.
As you are coming down from your first kick, you land 2 punches directly to his helmet. And that's before you hit the ground.
Yeah.
And then as you hit the ground with your final attack, I imagine you're going to just do a straight side hip kick, Joe
yeah.
Rogan special, directly into his chest.
Yeah.
And this is going to cause him to launch off of his feet, and he's going to fly backwards for showmanship. Let's just say he's going to land backwards for about 20 feet.
Hell yeah.
You send him flying. There is a large thud as he hits the ground. Shit.
And I'm so fucking fast.
And there is a loud cheer from the crowd as each hit, there is another beautiful white key blast from each kick and each punch. You have punched his helmet off of his head. As you see him land, he's got a big grin on his face.
There's that beautiful face.
Yep. The Bahamut brand over his eye is glowing with radiant energy. That was the glow that was under his helmet, so you can see it glowing radiant energy. And as he lands, he coughs up some blood. White blood spurts up out of his mouth and lands on his face and his armor. It's now splattered with red blood, Pan's blood, and you hear him laughing.
I knew
Like maniacally, you hear him laughing. Like he is experiencing more pain than he ever has before. But have you ever had that reaction where you've been hurt so bad you just laugh?
Yes.
Instead of go, ooh, you're just like, ah.
Every day.
Yep. So he is
Well,
laughing
especially if
in
it's your
pain.
buddy that kicked your ass. Like,
And he's just laying there on the ground. And as he's laying there on the ground laughing, there is...
I have had bad back days like that. Where it just hurts so much, it's just funny. It's like,
that is funny. You're in pain.
a brief pause as he is surrounded by a golden white aura. You know he's casting lay on hands on himself.
nice.
He's laughing at getting his ass kicked, and he's healing himself simultaneously.
I cast negate lay on hands.
You don't cast negate lay on hands, but he's going to burn, let's say, 50 points of lay on hands.
It's fine. He's got 1,000 points.
He's got
of lay on
75
hands.
points.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was listening to the Dungeon Crawl episodes. Yeah, he's like, I'm fine, as he's rolling death saves.
And he's
That was
slowly
fun, though.
trying to get back up. He makes it
He
to
was
one
fine,
knee.
though.
His action was to cast lay on hands on himself.
So his dumbass is on his knees, on a
He's
knee,
on one knee
without a helmet on.
without a helmet on.
Like I won't just come over and fucking knee him in the head.
You are more than welcome to do so.
Oh, that seems mean. But it's like the
Why
only.
not?
Well, if he's on one knee, it's the only play. I mean, what?
It is.
Where
yeah.
else am I going to hit him in the knee?
He took his action to heal himself, and he's laughing and smiling because he's having a good old time with his buddy Ari.
All right. Well, I'm
So
smiling.
you are welcome to follow up.
How much can you carry? I see pick him up and fucking drop him.
That might be. I don't know.
Storyteller wise, we could. Story wise, we could absolutely make that happen.
Yeah, but he's not incapacitated.
Not even
Just
close.
yeah, it's just my turn.
You've seen him lay on hands before. You know that he can take a whooping and keep going, and you know he's casted heal spells before. He is.
All right, I'm gonna dash in with a knee to the head. Fucking
Nice.
kablamo!
Are you gonna say kablamo?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna say kablamo.
When it happens?
That's on brand.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit him with the knee. Papa.
Kablamo.
Yeah, kablamo. And then, if
Kablamo.
okay, so I imagine I hit him
it
with
all.
the knee, and his head goes backwards.
His head will snap backwards from being kneed in that. He's still on one knee, but his head does snap backwards. But he doesn't seem like his base has been destabilized.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Roundhouse.
Okay, so I knee him in the head, and I want like my momentum to take me behind him. Then, like over him, as I'm like, "Bow."
Absolutely.
And then like his head snaps back. I go over him. He's still on one knee and what shit and not shaking from his stance. As it
Well,
were.
he had a helmet on, thank God.
Well,
'cause
until
you-
it came off.
Yeah.
Right, but he had a helmet on when you put the blows to his face originally, which
Yes.
is why he's not shaking at the moment.
Right. Okay, and
Or
so
wasn't shaken prior to the knee to the head.
I'm going to land behind him then and fucking kick him in
Roundhouse?
the back. Yeah, fucking wha-bam.
Kablamo.
And will that move him at all?
No, he feels pretty sturdy.
Okay, so then I'm gonna just kick him again. Then yes, we're low and kicks.
And you can see that he's bracing himself up. His shield is dug into the dirt, like deeply into the dirt. He's using his shield as a crutch and using the cobblestone under the dirt to keep himself up.
Okay. I mean, in this position, anything I do just seems mean.
So
It's a
what?
show.
It's a fucking tournament,
I'll
man.
flurry of blows and punch him then twice in the back and jump back a bit.
Gotta
Sweet.
catch him on his vulnerable.
So you rush in at Pan as he gets up on one knee from lay on hands. Immediately as he gets up on the knee, you, with your speed, jump in with a knee directly to his head. There is a large crack as ki explodes outwards from his jaw. You continue through with your jump. As you land, you roundhouse directly behind and put a heel directly to his temple. His head snaps from back to the side. There is another loud crack as ki explodes out of the other side of his head. And as you follow through from your roundhouse, you put 2 more blows to the back of his head, which snaps his head back from the knee, sideways from the roundhouse, and forward from the punches. Ooh, brutal.
His head flies off. Oops.
My bad.
it just seems mean.
And you hear him gurgle a little bit as blood is clearly coming up out of his mouth, and you hear a large expulsion of blood hit the sand. There's a sploshing sound, and as you lay your punches on him, Pan, while still on one knee, spins around and grabs you with his shield hand, and he pulls you down to his level. He headbutts you, which would be a D4. He's going to burn another spell slot for a Divine Smite
Nice.
for 4d8.
48.
So 4d8 plus a D4.
Yeah, I'm dead.
And his extra attack is going to be another headbutt for another D4.
What damage are we up to?
4d8 plus 2d4. And then he's going to let you go before he takes his haste attack. So and he pulled his punch. You're only going to take about 8 damage.
That drops me to 0, baby.
Does it really?
It does. I was at 8.
Goes pretty quick.
You were at 8?
Yup. Nailed it.
Then he's not going to take his extra attack to headbutt you.
Dead as hell.
He's going to not take his extra attack to headbutt you.
Death saves.
No, you don't have to make death saves.
It will be
Oops.
So you'll-
Delsira and Pan
You'll be left.
at the end.
You'll be left on 2 HP. As you see, you're not taking death saves. You're just fine. Don't worry about it. And then Pan gets up, and he looks really wobbly. Like he looks like his brain is rattled. He looks concussed. In fact, you see his eyes trying to follow 2 or 3 of you. Since he no longer has grip of you, he's unable to track your location. So at this point in time, wow, we're almost at 30 minutes. Beautiful for your fight. So at this point in time, you know you can end the fight right here if you want. Pan is severely concussed, and he doesn't know where you're at.
Okay, I dash around like a little streak of dragon, just fucking, and get in there and fucking bow blast him with my key punchy punch, and that badass glove, and then blast him again. Fucking, yeah, all right.
He's got 73 HP. You don't have to pull your punches.
Yeah, no, I just
Yeah, go
five,
full on.
5 punches, 5 punchy punches.
Punchy punch.
Got him down to 33 health after he healed.
Yeah.
And he stands there and takes all 5 of the hits. And then you see his eyes roll back into the back of his head. And it's like he reflexively tries to lurch forward and roar. And he does let out one roar before he falls forward, face first, Pan defiant to the end, into the sand at your feet. There is just a boom as he lands. His warhammer stops glowing. His brand over his eye stops glowing. You have knocked him out and unconscious.
I let out a roar and look for a referee or something.
And then Martel lets out a roar. And then Electo lets out a roar. The other Dragonborn let out a roar. The whole crowd lets out a roar trying to mimic your dragon roar.
Nice.
And Pan lays there motionless. He's still breathing because you can see the sand puff up as he's inhaling and exhaling. He's still alive, but he is knocked the fuck out.
I fall down next to him.
No.
I'm still awake, though. Clearly not knocked out, but I'm hurt.
And then nobody comes to the center of the arena. Alecto flies down to the center of the arena, and she comes to check on you to make sure that you're alive and you're okay.
Yeah, no, I'm alive. Just, yeah,
No. Are you on your stomach or on your back?
I'm on my back.
Oh, okay. Then Alecto raises your hand up while you're laying on your back. And then Eris gets up on her feet and cheers and claps wildly and announces that Ari is the winner of this semifinals match.
And the best to ever do it.
So the crowd cheers. People are going to making a small fortune off of you. And Pan just lays there. The gates from the other side open up. You see about 8 to 12 paladins of Bahamut rush out and rush over to Pan and rush over to you. There are 6 of them on Pan, and there are 6 of them on you.
Oh, gang.
And they all begin to cast healing spells and lay on hands to make sure that you guys are not near death or making death saves and stabilized. So they heal you back to full there in the arena. They heal Pan back to full there in the arena.
I passed all my death saves.
You didn't have to make death saves. And then Pan chuckles and laughs to
Will you
himself.
just let him make death saves?
No. Doesn't need to make death saves. The NPCs are not going to beat the players in this Tournament of Blood.
Spoilers.
And then you hear Pan laughing again. And he says, "Gods damn it, Ari, that was fantastic.
Well done, Pan. Well done.
I almost had you, didn't I?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I healed myself midway through that. You could have killed me. I couldn't have sustained one more attack.
No, I've seen you lay on hands enough times.
My head is pounding." And he's speaking to you while he's laying face down in the dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, get an aspirin.
Yeah, I'm going to need that.
Go
at
see the
least.
alchemist.
Is he as crazy as the Pelicanton?
Yeah, no,
alchemist?
he's a nut.
Nope, I'll pass.
Okay.
Fuck that guy. Fuck Pelican Town. Have you guys destroyed Pelican Town yet?
Did we destroy Pelican Town?
You didn't destroy Pelican Town.
Oh, apparently not, no.
Pelican Town's great.
Let me
now.
know if you guys are going to destroy Pelican Town. I want to be in on that.
It sounds like a fun idea.
And then Pan gets helped up to his feet by 6 of the Paladins of Bahamut. And then he stands over you, not in a intimidating, defeating way, but he gets a hand down to you to help you up.
I grab it and
he
hoist it
pulls
up.
you up with relative ease. Pan has gotten stronger since you last saw him, like significantly stronger, like a whole new bump in modifier stronger. And then he raises your hand up by your wrist and cheers for you. The crowd cheers for you again. And then he gives you a big ol' hug.
I return.
And then he lets you go, and he goes to pick up his helmet that is knocked off of his head and dented in and is going to need repaired. He feels his chest and see that he has a big ol', probably about 2-foot concave depression into his chest plate that if he was not wearing chest armor, you probably would have caved in his chest and stopped his heart.
No, you know, as you do.
As you especially do with your key-empowered strikes. And he picks up his helmet, and he looks back at you and winks one more time with a big smile on his face, and he blows you a kiss.
I catch it, put it on my cheek.
Oh, and then he walks down the ramp, and you have successfully won your semifinals match.
Excellent.
You will be advancing to the finals.
Is Pan hanging out?
Pan's not going anywhere.
Sweet.
Pan's not going anywhere because Pan will be in the group battle.
I love it.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then you are free to exit the arena if you would like.
I exit the arena.
And as you do so, there are other healers that would come up to you, but they know that you were just attended to by a bunch of paladins, so they don't even pay you any mind.
Yeah.
And you are free to talk to anybody or sit down and relax. And
I'm
then-
going to sit
Earnings
down and
to
relax. That was a hell of a fight. I'm healed, but let's take a break.
And there will be about 10 minutes of time passing. You can interact with anybody that you so choose. You can interact with Ari if you would like.
I had a full rest.
Yes.
Right. Okay, I couldn't remember if that was before or after, but then I remember that was
You
after.
guys did have a full rest.
So I'm
day 2 of singles.
So I am fully
Oh, snap.
charge that.
I had a full rest?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but after the full rest, then you fought Perry. No, you didn't fight Perry. You fought Perry, then had your full rest before the semis.
Okay.
Where am I?
Wherever you want to be on your side of the arena.
Is there any food around?
There is plenty of food around.
It's like I feel like I'm gonna need. I can't find an empty stomach, even though I probably just ate. But I'd like to go look at the food options and partake.
There is bread, there is cheese, there are turkey legs, there are chicken breasts, there are some boar flanks, just basic protein and energy.
Is it for
type
like
food.
the fighters?
Yeah, it's for the fighters. Yeah, it's just tables just for people to grab something when they're hungry.
I take some bread and I put some turkey. I basically make like a turkey sandwich.
Make a sandwich?
with
Yeah.
cheese. You can just just gorge on it. Also, I want to telepathically talk to Cedric and see if he's around.
Hi.
Yeah, hey Cedric, I'm just curious how you're doing. I just want to check in with you. I feel like it's
I
been a
am
minute.
eating all of the butterflies.
Oh, good. Are you in the butterfly garden?
I am. They are delicious.
Oh, good. Have you by chance seen any of the Tournament of Blood matches?
No, I haven't been watching.
Oh.
Busy eating butterflies. Jesus.
Do you want me to
What
watch?
a life.
I mean, it's up to you. I don't, if you want to, that'd be cool. I just wanted
an
to,
owl.
right.
Do you want me to watch? I can come watch.
Okay. I'm going to fight somebody here in about 10 minutes. So it'd be cool if you watched.
I will fly overhead and watch.
Okay.
And maybe help.
Yeah, I might need your help. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. I can do that.
Nice. All right. Well, I guess you'll see me in about 10 minutes or so.
I love you.
Thanks. I love you too, Cedric. I'm happy that you've been having fun eating some butterflies.
Yeah, it's great here. I love it.
Good.
And then he's going to leave the gardens and start flying over the arena. You can he's sharing his vision with you. You can see him flying out of the mayoral estate. You can see the arena from the outside. With Cedric's vision over the arena, you can see that there are about 5,000 people in the stands.
Nice.
And the arena is massive looking at the view from the sky. It is huge. It is every bit as big as you could imagine it being. Oh, yeah, may I? And after 10 minutes has elapsed, there is your name, Jelsira Venfire, that carves into the wooden plaque in, soot and then outlined, then trimmed in gold. And then the gate opens up. That was so much fun to play Pan again.
Yeah, I missed him. Good old Pan. I walk through the gate.
As you walk through the gate, there are loud cheers from the crowd. They start chanting your name. Jelsira, Jelsira, Jelsira. Yeah, please, that was really good.
Do the do.
And they are also throwing roses at you as you walk up the ramp. There are the roses that were thrown there for Ari, and then there are more roses that are being showered on you.
I take one and put it in my mouth, and then I kind of give a big bow to everybody.
Nice. There are little girls and little boys that are cheering for you.
Aw.
There are some little kids that are crying like a little girl would cry at her favorite boy band concert. Like they are big, huge fans. There are other druids that are cheering for you in the stands. Ones that just loved seeing you.
I kind of do the little raise the roof action.
Nice.
Raise the paw action.
Mm-hmm. Raise the paw action.
And you make it to the center of the arena. And you stand there for 2 to 3 minutes. There is nobody that walked up from the other side of the ramp.
Forfeit.
So is
Good
the
episode,
crowd
everyone.
still going, or
Well
did
done.
they like fizzle out and everyone's
They
like,
have fizzled out after a couple minutes.
huh?
And then it starts to get dark in the sky.
oh, no.
Like it is no longer in the twilight hours. It seems like the sun has hastened setting and a moon rises from the horizon. It is a blood red waxing crescent moon. And then you begin to smell smoke, like burning smoke, like stuff was set on fire. And then in the center of the arena, you begin to see a circle of fire begin to form.
Who am I going to fight?
The circle is fire.
Satan.
Is not dissimilar to
Close.
a circle of fire that you have seen previously in the mayoral estate prior to your fight with Bianca. The sand begins to glass as the fire burns it, and then the sand inside the circle begins to collapse downwards into what appears to be an empty, bottomless pit.
I back up. I'm like, whoa, 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 and I just kind of start backing up.
And then black, wispy smoke rises up from the pit
Am I gonna fight
before you.
Hades?
And then standing in front of you is your favorite god of war, Ares.
Don't disappoint him.
And he looks at you with a big smile on his face. And he says, I took care of your normal opponent for the semifinals.
Oh, thank you. I think
I'm going to be your opponent for the semifinals.
I just blink.
And
Like my mouth's wide open. I'm just like blinking. Just
then the circle of fire closes around his feet, and he backs up from you about 50, 60, 70 feet. He puts his hands outwards and down at his side. There are chains of onyx that wrap around his wrist, and there are spouts of lava that flow from his hands and then materialize into large, sharp blades that are attached to the chains around his wrist that then burn into his arms, and it looks like the blades are now fused to the chains are fused to his wrist, and he's holding on to two chained rather large daggers. And he puts one to his mouth and he licks it, and as he licks it, it cuts his tongue, and he bleeds blood and fire onto the blades. And he points one at you and he says, my favorite scion, it has come to this. Do not disappoint me. Do not hesitate, because much like Bianca, I will kill you at a moment's hesitation. And then he readies himself. He gets into a fighting stance.
I cast Blight using a level 7 spell slot.
At
So at
Ares?
directly at Ares. So it's
Turns out he's a god. Oh, shit.
And
just-
so
I know.
it begins.
I just got to do something. So this is going to be 11d8 because it's 8d8 at
Again,
level 4.
11d8 is not a number.
Fuck, it
So it's gonna
isn't.
be-
It's 110.
So 8d8, 9d8, 10d8, 11d8.
So you cast Blight
That's enough to kill him.
directly at Ares. His eyes light a flame, and he grins. And as he grins and opens his mouth, out pours disease and filth.
Gross. I'm picturing it.
And he is vomiting up just your blight that you cast at him. You're going to do 88 damage to him, and there is going to be black tar that's going to stain down his chin, and he is then going to spit, like he's going to turn his head to the side, and he's going to spit, and he's going to rush at you in a blink.
Like a Russian.
Rush in. R-U-S-H-I-N. Rush
We
in.
get it.
Yeah,
we
Russian.
Get it.
Okay, well, some people don't get it because they keep saying Russian.
Russians, yeah.
No, not
The
Russian.
Soviet.
No, you're obviously the one not getting it.
Yet. And he's going to pick you up by your throat,
Putin on the Ritz.
and then he is going to put a massive headbutt directly to your bridge of your nose area.
It's going to headbutt your
Shit, are
You're
you
going
still
to-
tiny?
Yes, you're
Shit,
going
you crack
to
right in half.
lose vision for just a moment, and you're going to see a flash of white. Have you ever hit your head so hard that you see a bright flash of white, like behind your eyes?
Yeah, about 6 times.
All right, so Jenna's familiar with what that looks like. So behind your eyes, there is no
Of
darkness
that I
or
am
shadow.
certain.
There is just a white flash of light. And then he's going to cast you aside. He's just going to throw you. And then he's going to say, you're going to need more than magic to beat me. And he's going to stand there at the ready, waiting for your action. And that headbutt's going to do, let's just call it, for funsies, he's going to do 4 damage.
I could almost guarantee Jenna's been knocked
tapped
out
you.
before.
Oh,
Probably
several
more than
times.
once, yeah.
Several.
That is a safe bet.
Yeah, I even had amnesia from it once.
You live
Definitely had at least 3 concussions.
a hard life.
I only had that happen to me once because I fell off a swing while just sitting on it.
Unreal.
Okay.
So you ever need to feel better about yourself? Just remember that Deborah was sitting on a swing, just sitting there, fell backwards somehow, and blacked out.
Well,
Was that?
I'm going to cast
recently?
polymorph,
No, that was like...
and I'm going to turn myself into a giant ape. So basically, like King Kong.
Can you turn yourself into a polygon?
Con
Nice.
from
Con.
Shanghai.
So the ape gets a multi-attack.
Hell yeah. 60 attacks, actually.
So I can do 2 fist attacks, or I could also throw a giant rock if there were a rock around here, but there's not.
And a giant rock.
So basically, just 2 fist attacks. Just
Can't you just like conjure a giant rock
Right? Don't you have?
by this time?
Don't you have a?
Probably could have before she
Elemental?
wild-shaped. Or polymorphed, rather. Wait, can you still cast magic while you're polymorphed?
no. If I were wild, no.
But Ares ain't into that magic shit.
Which one did you?
He wants
call?
to get touched. What?
Yeah. So I turn into a giant ape.
Giant, like 60 times the size of Ares.
And then you hear Ares scream, "That's more like it." And it echoes through the entire arena.
Is this a buff ape?
You want to go with
Buff
the
as hell.
like a
bitch?
King Kong ape.
Oh, yeah, like super
King
giant.
Kong.
And he's going to stand there ready to take your blows.
What color is the ape?
Yeah, what color do you want your ape to be?
Be pink.
How about a green ape?
Yes.
Go
Like
with
it's
it.
got
Yeah.
moss. On
I mean, you're
it.
polymorphic. It's magic, so
Yeah,
Right.
you
it can
make
be any
whatever
color you want it
right?
to
I feel like
be.
like the color of like the moss on a tree, kind of.
like a
So,
sloth.
mhm.
Oh, now
So
I think that ape stinks. He's smelly.
so basically, I just
Whatever.
jump at him, and I just want to take my fist and just bash it right on top of his head. Just
She smells like moss.
that's what I do.
Kate Moss.
And your second attack?
My second attack is with my other fist. I'm gonna take him and just try to just squeeze him.
Do a third attack.
You're going to try and grapple him?
Yeah,
Okay.
Like grab his head and squeeze it like a grape.
yeah.
So you
His head explodes. You just killed a god. Good job.
you jump in at him, and you land with one fist directly onto the top of his head. As you lunged at him, you are successfully able to grab his head with your other fist. But because you left the air, he also grabs you with one of his fists. And then you feel a sharp cutting pain as one of the massive warglaives that he was holding digs into the midriff area of your giant King Kong gorilla. You feel a seething, burning pain as the blades feel like they're burning into the flesh. You can actually feel blood now pouring out of your stomach
I yelled out a loud roar.
in his face. Mm-hmm. Oh, beautiful.
With the stinky moss breath.
That's gonna
Just-
be the smelliest.
Like just like pain and fury.
noxious.
Pain and fury.
That
And
should be what
you
the next Fast and Furious
are
is called.
going to take 8 damage.
It's a thing that's. I saw an ad for it. Unreal.
Is it called Pain and
F9?
Fury?
No, F. It's
Oh,
like
I was
F9.
like, wow, F9.
I don't even.
Isn't I thought that was like a function.
I have you
on
at
a
79
keyboard.
HP
Yeah.
still, Jelfira.
Well, I'm in.
Oh,
giant
that's
ape
right.
form.
Your HP is irrelevant. You have infinite HP.
It's like
God
the
damn
only-
it.
Well, not
What?
quite. I'm at 149 for my.
Did,
Oh,
you,
no.
did she cast infinite HP?
No, when she
When
polymorphs,
she
she's got
polymorphs or
the
wild
HP
shape, she gets
of
the HP
Oh, I
of the
forgot.
And when she
Yeah.
does that thing,
She gets
she's
Jelsira's
back to her
HP.
regular
Right.
HP.
Yeah.
It's insane. I had to fight Perry. It's it's
She
insane.
has infinite HP as many times as she has polymorphs and wild shapes,
Yeah, wait till you listen. It's impossible
Yeah.
that I beat him.
which is, I should be doing more damage then. instead of this little insignificant damage.
Yeah, let's
kill
do
her.
4
Kill her.
damage.
Kill her.
So
get her close.
he grappled you as you grappled him, and he stabbed into you with his blade. So the action is yours.
Only-
He's going to hold on to you.
Just only Perry could infinitely wild shape.
So okay, so he's holding on to me. What
Keep in mind,
With
Jelly
one
cannot.
hand.
with one hand? What limb does he have?
Oh.
He has your midsection,
Okay, I see.
your torso area.
I just want to go to bite him in his head. I just bite his
Yes.
head. That's what I do. Just
Fucking with your gorilla teeth. Fucking
So
like you got.
in your
Steak
furious animal roar and rage after just getting stabbed into the midsection with his godly blades,
Hell yeah.
you instinctively, in your fury, bite down onto his face. You feel one of the fangs pierce his eyes, and he lets out a loud roar as you rip one of his eyes from the sockets. There is a fountain of blood that showers your face and into your mouth, and the blood feels hot, like it feels like it burns.
Fucking lava. Right.
Yeah, you don't take any damage from it, but this is definitely the blood of a god as you punctured one of his eyes and ripped it from his sockets. He gets a big twisted grin on his face as blood is pouring out of this open socket hole in his skull.
It's tournament
Should
score.
try and catch
It's
the
a tournament
eye.
of blood.
And then
You're a tournament of blood. Boom.
Boom,
Roasted.
roasted. And he lets go of you, and he begins to also polymorph into a giant bipedal, long-tailed, spiky lizard, Godzilla-esque to your King Kong.
Godzilla versus
Yes.
King Kong.
Queen Con.
And he bites at your neck, trying to rip your jugular out of your neck for, let's just call it 30 damage.
Especially
It's because you're a cave.
And then with his extra attack, he claws you for another 15 damage. He now has your neck in his mouth, but you still have free range of motion everywhere else. But he is the same height as your Queen Kong.
You said he has his neck in my mouth.
Yes. He has your neck in his mouth
Okay.
because he's trying to rip out your gorilla's jugular.
he has the upper neck.
I go to uppercut him, but like from down below.
You're gonna nutshot Ares, the god of war? Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yes.
So you
Low blow.
The fuck?
swing a large fist at what would be the genital area of a giant bipedal lizard. He roars out in pain as you connect, and he lets go of your neck. And as he roars, he puts his head down directly level with your head, and you can see a bluish glow rise up from his throat. And then there is a large exhale of what would be similar to a dragonborn's breath weapon of white hot fire directly into your face.
Thank God
For
for that moss. Keep
About
it wet.
25 damage. And then he backs up from you. You realize while he's in this lizard form, his eye socket, his eyeball is still missing from its socket and it is still gushing blood.
You say his eye socket is
His eyeball is still missing. There is an empty hollow socket that is still just gushing blood.
how big is the socket?
Oh gosh, I don't know. How big would a giant lizard's eye socket be? Oh,
Probably as big as a giant gorilla's brain.
50 feet wide.
No, it's probably about 9 to 10 inches around, like wide enough for you to jam a thumb or something in there.
Or a Gelsira.
Oh, yeah, whole Jelsira.
Just hop in there. That's actually
Is
kind of a
it
good
my
idea.
move?
Yeah, he backed up. He disengaged from you because he didn't want to get hit in the nuts again.
Fly right in it.
I just take my
Godzilla.
Um,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Cloaca.
How many fingers do apes have?
5.
5.
Last time I checked.
I take my middle
They
finger.
are us.
I take my middle finger and I just jam it right in his eye socket, or two fingers.
Middle
Yeah.
and index, like
Yes.
a spear.
Yeah, exactly. Right in his eye socket. I just want to dig in, like as deep as I can go.
He comes.
So you jam your huge, giant gorilla index and middle finger directly into his pouring blood eye socket like a spear fueled by animal anger.
And semen.
Yeah.
Your fingers go all the way into his eye socket and they don't stop. You're able to get half of your entire fist
Gross.
into his eye socket. And as you rip your hand out comes brain matter and skull matter.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And you rip half of his head open
Well done.
as blood and brain matter begin to pour out of his 1/4 of his head is now missing. You hear You hear laughter of joy in your head. And there is now blood dripping out of his mouth and out of the 1/4 of his skull that is missing. And with one of his arms, he grabs you around your neck. With his other arm, he grabs one of your free arms, not one of them, the one that you had shoved into his skull, and he rips it clean off of your body.
Is Jelly still paying 50 to 1?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
So he rips one arm off of your giant gorilla form as retribution for ripping out 1/4 of his face, and he tosses you aside like a plaything, and he drops his giant lizard form into back to his Ares form, and 1/4 of his skull is still missing. And his eye socket is gone, and just pouring from the wound is smoke and lava, and it's just dripping on his shoulders onto the ground and is glassing the sand around him. And he still has this twisted, maniacal Grinch that stole Christmas grin, and he waits for your next move, except he hunches over to get into a defensive stance, and you are still in your massive gorilla form minus one arm. That is just pouring blood. Like you can see tendons that are flapping and bone that has been shattered, and blood is just seeping out of the wound.
Yeah, that's not a clean rip.
It's not a clean rip. It is a vicious...
It's an Aries rip.
Oh, yeah, it is an unpleasant rip. Ares looks like he is having the time of his life.
I really quick, I'm like, Cedric, are you seeing this?
Yeah.
You hungry, boy? Come
scared.
get some brain.
I'm very scared.
Well, watch this. And I go to charge it. I just want to kick him like he's a football. Like I'm kicking a field goal.
Like Charlie Brown punting the football from Lucy?
Mm-hmm.
Only, but not missing it.
So you charge at Ares, who is in a hunched over position. You go to kick at him and punt him like a football. As you go to punt him like a football, there is a tracer of fire and a tracer of smoke as you feel your leg get cut clean at the knee.
Oh, motherfuck.
So you, in your giant ape form, fall backwards as you are missing one arm and one leg. They are the opposite sides of the body. And you fall backwards, and Ares begins to laugh almost tauntingly at you, simultaneously telepathically in your head, but also loud and verbosely throughout the entire arena. And Eris cheers loudly, and Alecto cheers loudly, and Zeus cheers loudly, and the
Horny
arena
bastard.
erupts
No.
in cheers as there is massive showers of blood that splurt across the stadium and across Ares' chest plate.
Oh, who's in the splash zone?
It would be the people here's the royal box. It would be the people just to the left and to the right that are in the splash zone.
Nice.
And you are now laying on your back in your giant Queen Kong form, minus one arm and minus one leg, with Ares laughing at you tauntingly. And he begins to walk over to you slowly and menacingly. It's like he's almost toying with you at this point in time because he believes that you have more in you, but he is pretty confident he has taken away your ability as a giant gorilla.
I unpolymorph back into Josira. I'd like to cast Conjure Fey, and I'd like to summon a woolly mammoth behind Ares, about 30 feet behind. And the idea is for the woolly mammoth to just charge at him from the back.
So Ares, in his omniscience, turns around as the woolly mammoth is charging at him, and he catches the woolly mammoth by the tusks and digs in and is like pushing against the woolly mammoth that is charging at him. He appears to be in a feat of strength at this woolly mammoth and is now concerned about getting gored by this woolly mammoth and is less concerned with you. At this point, with Ares' attention being on the woolly mammoth, you feel like you have a really good shot at him in the most vicious, savage way that you can possibly imagine. You feel like this may be your chance to win your semifinal fight if you are the most savage that you have been in the entirety of your life.
All right, I'm going to burn my last level 4 spell slot. It's T-Rex time. And then I just want to, I want to charge at him, and I want to just bite his head.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say that. So you wild shape, or no, cast your spell, sorry, polymorph into a giant T-Rex. Ares does not notice because he's busy. Ares may notice. Who knows? He may just be having funsies at this point. But as you shift into your T-Rex form and charge at him, there is a large, loud, deafening crack as Ares wins the battle of strength with the woolly mammoth. He twists the woolly mammoth's head a complete 90 degrees and rips the head off of the body of the woolly mammoth. It was magical. It doesn't matter.
Oh, damn. So
there is a fountain of blood that showers outwards across him and onto you. And he tosses the head of the woolly mammoth to the side and turns around, looking at you from the missing portion, the missing quarter of his head. And you see a sick grin, that same grin on his face, as you bite directly onto his head from, we'll say, right about to the chest up. And as you bite down, you feel your teeth reach your other teeth as you have completely bitten through his body. As you rear back, the upper half of his chest and head detach from his body. There is a
stem and spine.
Yeah. Yes. There is a large geyser of lava and fire and blood that shower the entirety of the stadium and you. And Ares, the rest of Ares' body falls forward into the dirt and begins to sizzle and smoke and disappear as you have in your mouth the top portion of Ares' body. You are free to do with it as you choose. It is oozing fire and blood. Like if your T-Rex were a dragonborn, there is smoke that is escaping from your sealed lips and your nostrils. You can feel the god's body dissolving in your mouth.
I just continue eating it. I eat it.
Nice.
Just eat it.
So you eat the top half of Ares' body. I presume you are going to let out a gigantic Jurassic Park victory roar.
Yep, that was my next move. Just
Yeah.
just the loud like T-Rex roar, whatever that sounds like.
And the crowd and Ares and the entire arena erupts in thunderous applause
Cedric.
Ares rematerializes in the box of the gods and lets out a thunderous applause. In your head, telepathically, you hear him say, "I am so proud of you."
That just kind of gets through to me, and I immediately unpolymorph, and I'm just like horrified.
All around you is splatters of blood
And limbs.
entrails and limbs. Parts of the arena are glassed from the sand that was melted because of the magma. And the people are cheering for you as they normally would. You are free to leave the arena, but the applause and the cheers will continue from all of the gods and all of the spectators in the arena until you leave the arena. They are just showering you with adulation.
I'm still kind of shaken up, but I'm also feeling incredibly euphoric at the same time. I'm feeling lots of different feelings, and I'm also just a little bit like, how did he bring out the savagery and be like, just kind of like horrified at what I'm capable of at the same time. Just all those feelings at once, basically.
There are going to be a lot of people that are going to be afraid of what you have become. Perry will probably be one of them.
And I'm just like, Cedric, did you see that?
I saw every bit of it. I am glad I am yours.
Well, if you're hungry, there might be some brain matter around here.
And he will fly down and land on your shoulder. And we'll look around at all of the viscera around and we'll, start
Fucking
pecking at pieces of
smorgasbord.
brain and skull and ape legs and ape arms and lizard head and lizard flesh.
Woolly mammoth head.
Yeah, woolly mammoth body parts. Like it looks like it's gonna take a while to clean this arena up. Like you realize you probably have a fair amount of time before your finals match.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it has now occurred to you in your finals match, your opponent is going to be Ari Futan.
Oh, that feeling of euphoria just kind of like leaves me for a second. I'm like, oh no.
And you have all of your HP as Jelsira. Jelsira didn't lose
Oh, that's
any
right.
health
Yeah.
because druids are fucking broken. No, they're not. They're the best. Perry's like one of my favorite, probably my third favorite NPC.
He's dead now.
Yeah.
Well,
Killed him.
No more level 4 spell slots, but that's okay. I just kind of dust myself off.
That's all right.
just-
Matt's also low on key. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So I just dust myself off, and then I just kind of like, all right, and then I just like run through the gate.
And that'll do us for this episode of Somewhat Play. Please listen next week as the finals match of the Tournament of Blood commences. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Some Would Play, a production of the Outsanity Network. Join us again next week as the story continues. Find us online at www.somewouldplay.com and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at SomeWouldPlay. Deborah is at Sonyataki. Rico is at R1C0. Jenna is at Jenna Toll. Daphne is at Dafterthought. And I am Psychedelic M. If you enjoy the show, please tell your friends and share it with others. And remember, in real life, you needn't roll for initiative, so just seize it.